Organizing your essays, a quick brush up on the basics. So here's a quick lesson agenda. We're going to talk about essay outline, define main points, the organization of main points, transition between main points, and finally crafting logically supported main points. So there are three basic parts of an essay. First is the introduction, and inside that area is going to have the hook for the audience. Introduce your thesis and your main or supporting points. The next section is going to be the body, so it's going to have the main or supporting points. And then the final section is the conclusion, where you're going to reiterate your thesis, your main points, and then end with something that is memorable for your reader. So in terms of main points, traditionally each main point gets a single and separate paragraph. For ordering the main points, you're going to want to be careful with this. I would do strongest to weakest, and then your conclusion. I've also seen the weakest in the middle, but I think strongest to weakest is probably the best way to go. Some other ways to think about strategically ordering the main or the supporting points. So the first one is topical order, so simple, you can have simple subtopics. The second one is causal order, so you're going to look at the cause and effect of a relationship. Next one is spatial order, so the physical order, up, down, left, right, east, west. And the final one is chronological order. So how can you enhance your main points? The first thing you can think about is avoiding compound main points. So this is where you're going to have too many ideas in one main point. The next one is use of alliteration or repetition in the wording of main points. And the third one is striving for a balanced main point. In terms of transitioning between main points, this of course helps the reader or listeners to keep track of specific ideas. It's going to be a sentence or two indicating that you have finished one point and now you're moving on to a new point. And this is of course going to be balanced, so you're going to have a balance between repetitive and helpful, and it's going to be eloquently worded. How a main point paragraph is organized. So first you're going to have strong main points that should be developed logically. Of course, no two main points will be constructed identically. And the next thing I'm going to go through is the basic foundational pattern. How a main point paragraph is organized. So first we're going to start off with a topic sentence where you state your main point. Next you're going to explain the main point in a little bit more detail. You're going to elaborate here. Third, you're going to use an example or examples or details to prove and support this main point. Here you're going to want to include citations, and you're going to want to reference TV shows or your personal experiences. And finally, you're going to use a transition to reiterate your main point.